Rather than asking the question, what do you want to be when you grow up, we might want to turn it around and ask the question, how do you want to be, or how do you want to live? What kind of person do you want to be? What kind of life do you want to have? And build it from there.
My mom, she used to be a teacher, she used to be a waitress, and when I was a kid, she went back to university to be a doctor. And like, I think that's the way to do it, you know? Like, she didn't like being a teacher, she changed it up, she didn't like waitressing, changed it up. Like, you gotta do what you're feeling, so. I don't wanna have one job in my life, I wanna have a bunch of jobs.
I'm not the type that would kind of switch. I find that it's very popular now. Like, a lot of people are going into one career and then they're kind of like going back to school and like switching careers, but I really want to find that one career that I stick with.
I would always want to get to a point where I'll be with stability and be at a job where I'm happy with and I could just continue with that job for the rest of my life.
Ideally, I would like to have one job, but I think that I will probably have more than one job just because I think it's always good to have experience.
I think I'd like to have a couple. I think I'd like to kind of start off small and then go up to the job that I'd really like to have.
You hear of kids who are like 5 years old who decide they want to be a doctor, and everything they do in their life is focused towards being a doctor, and they're very clear and they know that's what they want. I don't think that's the majority of the population.
Lots of people have shifted their careers or re-imaged themselves, 6 to 8 times in their lifetime.
You might go back to school a couple times, so there's nothing wrong with that either. So just letting them know that you have to reflect and constantly evaluate what you want and what's going to make you happy and figure out how to do that.
What I found for a lot of young people was a really big deal to change their mind. They felt like somehow they were, again, they weren't following that career myth, they weren't following that linear thing. Somehow they were screwing up because they changed their minds. And I think really we should just expect that.
We're actually focusing on teaching our parents more and educating them more about the options, getting them to realize that their kids aren't getting the jobs that they had. Even if my kid was going to be a teacher, I'm pretty sure he or she wouldn't be able to get the same pension plan that I'm going to get. The solid jobs are going to be much different in the future.
No one's going to have a one career job anymore. It's going to be multiple careers, and so really the job of educators and parents to say, I need to have a child that's creative, adaptable, flexible in an environment for jobs that in 5 to 10 years won't even exist.
We're seeing the introduction of new careers, things that we never knew existed. We're seeing the creation of new opportunities, and we know that this is going to be exponential.
I don't want them to feel like that stress of, oh my God, if I decide now I want to be a nurse, I can't do anything else. It's not the way it works, but I think that's the assumption or the understanding that kids have.
It's time to bust the myth that we have to have our careers all figured out, and that a linear career journey from point A to point B is the pinnacle of success. The reality is, even though this is possible, most students are going to have to reevaluate their path, their goals, and their interests. As an educator, you have a unique opportunity to help students understand that their career journey continues beyond grade 12, and to make sure that they're prepared to face uncertainty.
We want to hear, how are you preparing your students for uncertainty? Tweet at Career Cruising using #ExplorePotential, and make sure to click the link below for more educational tips. Thanks so much for watching, and have a great day.